Hello, everybody. I hope you are fine. And today is May 9, and yesterday was Women's Day. And today I'm very excited because my guest today is a woman what I admire. I like having her on my life. I have the inspiration that she gave me when I'm with her. I'm always learning something about her. And I think that's the things that we need to do in May 8, recognize other women's work, recognize our women in our past, and say thank you to them. Because of them, we are here right now. I can be here sitting, talking to you, having her as a guest, having this talk today. And I'm very thankful, Tania, that you are here, that you make it today, and that we are sharing this day today. That's why I'm in purple. That's why I think you are kind of a purple girl today also. So thank you, Tania. Tania is also the work at the Stop Community Center at the Healthy Beginning program, the coordinator at this program. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, but welcome, Tania. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Miriam. How are you? Thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to share this space with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tania. And so, Women's Day, Healthy Beginning program, moms, parents, that we have in our hands the future. What a power, right?
Indeed.
We have a big power, and as a women, we are going to focus in women today because it was Women's Day. As a women, we need to know ourselves. If we know ourselves, if we know our power in us, I think we are going to be a stronger advocate of what is Women's Day, what we are fighting for. What do you think about that, and what do you think is the women power that we have?
Well, Miriam, yes, first of all, it's an important day to recognize all the work and all the struggle that women, our ancestors, have gone through in order for us to be able to enjoy the privileges that we have right now. I was looking at watching a program yesterday, and I was learning about how difficult it was for women in the past to just, ask for basic rights, and a lot of them were as simple as being able to make their own decisions about their bodies, about what they wanted to experience in their lives. And because of that, they were put in jail, a lot of them. And a lot of them suffered torture. A lot of them suffered mistreatment, abuse, violence in many different kinds of ways. So really, it's important to take a moment to think about that, because sometimes if we don't have anyone who is close enough to us in terms of an ancestor that had, gone through that struggle, we kind of take it for granted. So it's important to really inform ourselves, educate ourselves, read more, and think about everything that has been done in order for us to be here in a free way, to feel free and to feel empowered. And we, both of us, have the privilege of having been to school, having been to university, having earned a degree, and being able to work. And that is something very, very important, and something that we have to be very grateful for. And the power of, I guess, our womanhood really resides in the fact that I believe we need to support each other, and we need to raise each other up, and we need to create networks of support and networks of finding ways to be together, to learn from each other, and admire each other. And I do admire yourself as well. I admire you. I think it's that's what it is about, to share ourselves in a way that is inspiring to others, and always of service to others, and for now, especially to women, to other women.
Yeah. And I talking this point that having recognize and having a community and recognize others, I think that's the nicer thing of what you do at work, because you are in the community helping new moms, new women becoming, maybe it's the first or the second child, but every time that we have a newborn, it's a challenge. It's a new history, and that's what you do at the Healthy Beginning program, helping them to build that community, to recognize them, and giving them the power of information. So you are giving really these women that go to your community, to your work, the power of information. And I think that's very important, to have information. Without information, we cannot be the person that we are right now, without going to learn to read, learn how to listen, how to the resources that the Canada give to the new moms, to the new parents, to the new people that is having a baby, and maybe they don't have the economic to buy food, or they don't have the economic to buy clothes, or they don't know where to go for if they have a mental health issue with depression, in postpartum depression. You are giving that power, and for that I applaud you, and I applaud the Stop Community Center for the great job that they are doing. Tell us about this, how that can empower a new mom, a new woman.
Right. So yes, Healthy Beginnings is a program that's part of the Canadian National Perinatal Program. So this is a national program, and the government of Canada allocates certain budget, certain funds to this program that's called CMP program. And the idea is to provide new mothers who are experiencing food insecurity the opportunity to have healthy food, access to healthy food, and access to nourish themselves in a way that will provide a healthy weight newborn baby. So, and as part of this program as well, is not only related to the food aspect of it, but also about providing them with resources and information, as you said, about different kinds of topics that are relevant when we become parents, new parents, right? Like nutrition, like pregnancy, postpartum development, child development, different kinds of topics that we encounter ourselves with when we just starting this journey into parenthood. So yes, I think it is very important for the mothers, for the parents that come to our program, to have access to these resources. And I have heard firsthand how they appreciate that. I was reading some of the comments that we were able to collect yesterday from our participants, because our programs run on Wednesdays from 10 to 12:45 at the Stop Community Food Center, 1884 Davenport Road in Toronto. I was reading some of the comments, and that's what they were mentioning, exactly how they, every time they come, they learn something new. They feel more confident about their skills, about how they will care for this newborn baby, how they will care for themselves, and especially also how they are creating community, how they're meeting new people, how they're meeting new mothers, how they're creating friendships and building community for themselves and their families. So yes, there is power in community, there's power in information, and there's power in healthy food as well.
And I like everything that you said, the power in food, community, information, and everything that the community center at the Stop Community Center Healthy Beginning program, specifically today we are talking, is giving. And yesterday you were with Diana Rojas at one of your first talks in the holistic center that you have, and you were talking about the power of information. One of the power that we can have to go out is to recognize and know ourselves. And how we are going to know ourselves? With the information that we can get from the outside. And is what you are giving at the Stop Community Center at this specific program for all new parents, new moms, new women that are over there, and they are learning. So I really like that you are merging your personal passion and your work passion with information to empower women. If someone is listening to us today and is there like, oh, I want to go to the Healthy Beginning program, how can they reach you? Is it for everybody? I'm pregnant, I just have a new baby. How can I get to your program to have all this information and empower myself today?
Right. Yes, we are doing active outreach right now. In fact, we are welcoming women within our catchment area. Our program has, since COVID and since all this increase in the cost of living, we have become very in demand. We're on demand, so there's a lot of families and the community accessing our programs, our services. So we are prioritizing people within our catchment area, which is north of Bloor Street, south of Eglinton, east of Jane, and west of Young Street. If they live within that area, they can register to the program. The best way to do it is through sending me an email. My work email is tania@thestop.org, and I will provide them with an appointment so they can come on a Wednesday and register to the program. The idea of accessing the services at the stop is basically if you are in a low income or above or below the poverty line, if you don't have enough access to food and you need that extra support. Also, if you're new to the country, if you don't speak the language, English, and you feel that you need to, that you're in disadvantage in any way, you can come to the stop and access the services at the Healthy Beginnings. Obviously, you need to be pregnant to be able to be part of Healthy Beginnings. The stop does have different services and programs for people that are not pregnant and also are in a vulnerable position or situation. But if someone is pregnant and it's in need of support, please contact me, Tania@thestop.org. I will provide them with an appointment and will gladly register them to the program.
And what happens if I have like 8 months, almost 9 months? Can I still get into the program? Because I'm just pregnant. I'm pregnant at 8, 9 months, and I just hear this information. Can I still register?
The idea is that the program is for pregnant women, hopefully within, their first stages of pregnancy. But if someone is pregnant at the, last trimester and just learn about the program, it's fine. As long as they're pregnant, they can come and register. Once someone is postpartum, then we won't be able to offer services because, as I said, we're funded, partially funded by the National Perinatal Program, and that is specifically for pregnant people.
Okay. So you guys, if you're planning to be pregnant, if you know someone that is pregnant in the beginning, in the middle, pass this information. They can check the catchment area and register with Tania. She gave us her email, Tania@thestop.org. .org. So there you go. We are going to put the email on the comments for you to look there, and just give them the information. Information is power. Power for women. we don't need to be in a struggle, in isolation. We don't need to live the depression postpartum. If we don't have the information, the Stop Community Center, the Healthy Beginning Program can help us. They have amazing, amazing staff there. Sorry. They have amazing staff there that they will help you. If you don't speak English, they have people speaking Portuguese or Spanish. Sometimes I go and volunteer. I think I need to return to volunteering there because
yes, you do, Miriam.
I miss it. I miss that part. I just need to organize myself because I really miss that part. And I just want to thank you, Tania. And let me know, yesterday, when I was listening to you with Diana, really, you give some tips. You gave some tips on how to take of ourselves to be empowered. Explain to us a little bit of this.
Yes, thank you. Well, as part of who I am, professionally, I am a holistic health practitioner. And I do have my own company, which is called Lunai Healing Arts. I have the opportunity to be working at the Stop right now in the role of a coordinator. But I do, one of my passions, beside coordinating and planning and all of that, is holistic health. And that is what I do as well. And I have started a new series of holistic talks that I call them Tools for Transformation. And I do have the opportunity to have guest speakers to talk about different topics related to, self-development, holistic knowledge about ourselves. So yes, the topic about, the topic yesterday was about the power of self-confidence, how we find ourselves developing more confidence in ourselves, and how we take that as a tool to move forward in life. And one of the important aspects of self-confidence that we were talking with Diana yesterday was self-knowledge, how it's important to know ourselves, to really go inside and finding those hidden spots in ourselves where allow us to understand what really is our essence and what is our ego. And we were talking about that difference, right? The difference between our ego and our essence, and it's important to understand and recognize both of them and work with them as allies in terms of increasing our knowledge, first of all, and then our self-confidence, and from there feeling empowered to do what you need to do, and follow up with whatever your projects are, and your dreams and your goals and all of that.
And I really like this part that you are saying, know ourselves, know our power inside us. But I think if you are not you don't have food in your table, you don't have the resources, you don't have the pampers, you don't have the food for your baby, you cannot go to the next step. So that's why the Stop Community Center is a big stone there to help you to cover those first primary elements that you need to have to go to the next step and know yourself. When you have all that covered, when you have that community, when they give you the information that you can have to be a better parent in the community, and then you can go and know yourself and really have the power that you have. So I think both of what you are doing is like a great compliment, and I really like that part. And let me tell you a little fast history, back history. I met Tania at the Embassy of Colombia. She was giving there a course, and then I invited her to give a talk in one of my conferences. And the people really loved what she did. And since then, I follow her. She became my friend. And I think that's one of the things that I like in what you do. You are always providing us with information, with valid information that can help us to our daily life. And I think it's important because some information is good information, but we cannot use it every day. And what you give in the Stop Community Center, at the holistic center that you have, Lunai Healing Arts, you are giving this information that can help us in the daily life. So Tania, so the people that are hearing and is listening to us right now, what happened if I don't have a citizenship, if I don't have a status here? Can I still get into your program?
Absolutely. We are a very low barrier program, so we do not ask for any kind of proof of status. We are there to serve the community, especially the most vulnerable members of the community. So as I mentioned, if someone is new to the country, if they don't have access to other services, we have different partnerships with different agencies, and we can provide referrals to different services for the community. We, as you mentioned, sometimes when we are in a survival mode, when we don't have status, when we don't have perhaps food to eat, when we're not in a work environment that's appropriate, we're not really in our best situation, and we become we are more in survival mode. And when we're in survival mode, it's really hard to have work in yourself and develop yourself. However, at Healthy Beginnings, we have a lot of resources. We can provide referrals to nutritionists, to counselors, to doulas, to midwives, and to settlement workers and assistants that can help families and community members to feel more empowered and feel more in not so much in survival mode, but like moving forward in their life and finding ways to thrive as well.
And I like that part, to move from survival mode and be more yourself, and then you can find the power that you have to share it with your kids, with your newborns, with the people that is around you. And then we having the power of what to show to our kids, what to let them know, how they can respond to situations and to people. So if we are empowered with information, with all our basic cover, we can give the best to our kids. And I think that's the important part, to give the best of us to our kids, because they are the future of the country. So imagine, maybe you just gave birth to the next prime minister. Or maybe you just give birth to a person that is going to discover other universe. Imagine that, Tania, the power that we have as a women teaching this to kids. So just to close this segment that I really like it, how they developed today, give an advice to the people that is there that are not sure if they need to reach help. Because sometimes when we are there, we are not sure if we really need the help or we can do it ourselves. What do you tell them?
I was actually listening to a podcast this morning while I was driving here, and they were talking about, asking for support, and how sometimes we do not feel deserving of support or asking for support. And I think that this ties a little bit in this question, because sometimes we come from a culture that will perhaps not encourage us to ask for help, to look for support, because it will look, bad, or it will, makes us feel that we don't deserve it. And I will say there are a lot of programs in the city for people who are in vulnerable situations, and I will encourage them to reach out. Healthy Beginnings is one of them. This is at the Stop Community Food Center. There are other community centers that provide different kinds of services and referrals to community members. And there are other programs just as Healthy Beginnings in different agencies around the city. So we do serve a certain catchment area, but there are other programs in the city, within the city, that can serve other catchment areas. So if you are experiencing loneliness, someone is experiencing isolation, and they are worried about what they're gonna put on their table for food, for dinner tonight, just reach out. There are supports, there are resources, and there are people who are definitely really keen to support the community when they need to. So please reach out.
Thank you so much, Tania. Thank you for this amazing program today. And please synchronize us next month if you want to hear Tania Borja. But synchronize us also next week for other program here on Latin Mom in Canada, Mamás Latinas in Canada, and keep recognizing the amazing women that are out there, because there are a lot of women that deserves the recognition. Have a great, great day, and happy March break.
Yes. Thank you, Miriam. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.